Kicking things off this week, we have a Pikachu from the Warner Brothers Pokémon movie with a crimp on the bottom. And this helped it sell for $90. Next up, we have a base set Tangela with an ink error. And this is a repeating error right here. Very large printer hickey. Very neat. PSA 5, not the best condition. Sold for $261. Now, average non-error price is $6.86. So 3,709% for that error value increase is good enough for number 7 this week. Temple of Sinnoh. Seems like it likes to get miscut quite a bit. We have a card that sold for $56. Rounded corners here, square corners, and alignment dot and alignment dot. $56. Average non-error price $1.77. 3,064% is good enough for number 9 this week. First edition Muck from Fossil Set with a big brain miscut. Was that alignment dot right there? Big yellow border right here, just so thin. It's like a little wonky too, actually. On the back, consistent. We got big and little. Close to $300 for this card, and average non-error price is $50, so $250 of value added. PSA 10 Nidoqueen. No symbol error. See the symbol? Not here. Sold for $1,080. Added close to $600 of value. Next up, we have a Togepi from Obsidian Flames with a cut and crimp error. Right here, the machine that closes around the Pokemon card packs. This can get misaligned, and it will cut it and then crimp it too. And it's very neat to see both halves here. Average non-error price is $1.14. So 3,404% is good enough for number 8 this week. Next up, we have the Ink Splash iCarp error. Very large repeating printer hickey covering the MAG in Magikarp. Sold for $60 this week. Average non-error price $1.14. 5,163% is good enough for number 4 this week. Basic Psychic Energy from Scarlet and Violet. And this is a miscut. You can see another card here. We have the purple line showing the line between the two cards. Alignment dot in the bottom left and alignment dot in the bottom right. Very nice. Average non-error price, I couldn't find it, so I said 99 cents. EVI 4,951%. That's good enough for number 5 this week. The $150 first edition Machamp with a cut and crimp error that is wonky. Very crazy. Looks like it did cut all the way through too. Oh man, that is neat. Yeah, sold for $150 and added around $135 of value. Next up, Dark Persian with the no HP error. Right here, you can see HP is missing. I messed up the numbers here, but looks like it added around $1,300 of value, which is pretty crazy. Dang. All right, Volcarona V with a misalignment. Look at this. We got about 20% of the card on the top here, and yeah, shifted down. Back, completely normal, so it's a misaligned card. Sold for $375, which is a lot for a V card. Average non-error price $4, so 9,346% is good enough for number 2 this week. Base set Venusaur with the blue ink dot error. Repeating error where there is would that be missing ink? Yeah, I believe missing ink on a certain portion of the card. It doesn't have to be right here. It can be anywhere. There can be big ones, little ones, multiple ones. I like Venusaur, and I want this card at some point. So, one with the error. I have the regular card. So this added $170 of value, and the card's in pretty good shape, actually. Ancient Mew promo card from the first Pokemon movie, and this is a twisted miscut. You can see right here, another card. Big thick border, and then this actually, I think this is a little bit bigger than a standard Pokemon card, and so this is a oversized slab, which is pretty neat, and got really good grades otherwise though. It's mint 9. You can see the back is pretty messed up too. $300 for this, and added $160 of value. Base set Clefairy with the red heart error. Beckett's an interesting company to get this graded with. Red heart right here. Additional ink error. It's sold for $1,000. Tells you how rare that is. And average non-error price is $40 for a grade 7. So $960 of value added. Gengar EX from Phantom Forces. with that fat bottom miscut. You can see another card here. Is that the same? I don't know if it is or not, but yeah. Crazy. Fat bottom miscut on an already big chase card and added $900 of value. That's nuts. Team Rocket's Persian EX with a top-heavy miscut. You can see another card right here, 8% of another card. And the back, 2 alignment dots, and just a really thick top and nothing on the bottom. This is the cul-de-sac miscut. Average non-error price, $1.84. 8,052% is the EVI, which is good enough for number 3 this week. This is a neat one. We have a base set Dratini with an additional ink error, and there's quite a bit of this yellow ink around here. Look at this, all around here and right here. The back, additional ink error. CGC 7, sold for $400. Average non-error price, $13.51 for a grade 7. 2,853% is good enough for number 10 this week. All right, here's one I haven't seen before. We have a Top Sun Tentacruel with the blue back. PSA calls this missing ink, but we have a very large ink stain here. It looks like it's very, it belongs with the Tentacruel here. Yeah, I think that's the error. It's interesting that PSA would call that out. Average non-error price, $800, so this added $2,000 of value. Wow. Radiant Steelix. Wonky, twisted miscut. Alignment dot. Another portion of a card right here. And then you can see there's a little bit of a border here and cutoff. The back is the same. That's not an alignment dot, that's weird. Yeah, an alignment dot on top right here. $100 this sold for, which seemed high. Very cool to see though. Average non-error price, $2.34. 4,174% is good enough for number 6 this week. And the final card this week, we have a Mewtwo promo card. Inverted stamp. We haven't seen one of these in a little while. Stamp should be right here, upper right, flipped around, inverted, down here. $1,400. Now, does this look like the most miscut inverted stamp you've seen? Because I think it is. Not crazy, but you know, there's only 30 of each of these, so kind of cool to see. Horrible shape too, but we have to, I guess with how the show is set up, we compare this to you know, a good condition one. So $14 for an average non-error price. 9,704% error value increase is good enough for number 1 this week.